welcome back to another episode of Styles After Dark. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a lovely day today, a lovely week. Christmas is right around the corner. And I just hope that you guys are having a great time, spending time with loved ones, enjoying the holiday season with joy, and getting ready for the new year, getting ready for what's best to come in 2025. And yeah, I know I am. I've been prepping the past month and a half. I've been prepping myself because I don't want to start on January 1st. I want to be ready on January 1st to tackle 2025 because, baby, this is going to be the year and we all have to have a good feeling about it. We have to be so delusional in our dreams, in the way we're moving, okay? Hi, I'm Sophia, and if you're new here, this is a podcast where I want others to feel seen and heard, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two. We are constantly growing, changing, evolving, and I like to say that I have a growth mindset where I like to constantly be a better human being, constantly learn how to be kinder, be nicer. I'm not perfect. No, I'm not. I have my bad days. I'm human like anyone else, but for the most part, I like to say that I try my best, and hopefully you can as well. Today's topic of the day is going to be, I don't even know the title yet, but it's going to be somewhere the lines of the best revenge, learning from the lessons and moving on. How to boss up when that person who bagged you and then unbagged you, who literally fumbled a baddie, who literally fumbled the most kind person on this planet, who had the audacity to lose someone as amazing as you, because that's the energy we have to have about ourselves, especially if you know that you're a lover girl, especially if you know what you brought to the table. It's different. I'm not talking about the people who, like, you had your mistakes, like, ooh, like you messed up, you weren't doing this, you weren't doing that. No, like like what, like you have to question what you did wrong. Like you have to question, how could they do that? How could they fumble me? Given everything I did, yeah, this is for you. Okay. So before we get started, as always, it's time for the drink of the week. I'm feeling very merry this Christmas. So I was at the store and I found, we're back on the poppy wave just for a second. If you've been around here for a bit, you know that we're drinking poppies like no one's business. But we've moved on since then. Anyways, poppy, I have not tried this. This is the cranberry fizz. I'm so excited. Let's try it. Wow. I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting such a flavorful soda. That thing is like Sprite mixed with cranberry. It's giving very sour. It's good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I just wasn't ready for the strength that it gave. But I love Poppy. I love their drinks. You guys need to try it. Get festive with it. Bring it to a holiday party. First thing that I want to highlight before we get into all of the juiciness, okay? One thing that I have done since the moment a man fumbled me, the first man to fumble me, was learn from the lesson. I am a very, how can I learn from this type of person? How can I grow from this? Because when something doesn't work out, or you tried something and maybe you went into something with someone who wasn't right for you and you kind of knew it, but you didn't want to look at the red flags, you didn't want to look at the signs. Maybe God was like, no, this is not what I have for you, but you were being impatient and you were like, no, 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 no. I'm blind now all of a sudden, and I'm not going to talk to God about this person because this is what I want. I want to be selfish. I want to lust. I want to do all that. Right, you get the vibe. Once someone shows me who they are, once that man fumbles me, once a man fumbles you, or decides to end things with you or ghosts you, whatever it can be, we have to be a little more logical, okay? And this can be difficult sometimes because I feel like we don't like to be logical, especially when we're still in a phase of wanting things to work out with someone. When someone leaves, you have to understand that that thing is not for you. God would never, like your husband would never. You know what I mean? You have to have that mentality. I'm sick and tired of it because that's how I think. My husband would never put himself in the position to lose me. Okay. He just wouldn't. And yeah, there's like different circumstances. And I even saw this movie, believe it or not, I haven't seen, I just barely watched He's Just Not That Into You. I don't know how I never watched that movie fully. It had such a good message. Like, you're the rule and they're the exception. And I think that that's how it goes. And that's so true because I feel like a lot of the time we hear so many people's stories and how it worked out with that person or how some people were toxic in the beginning and then they ended up working out. The odds of that happening with you, like I hate to break it to you and I'm holding your hand when I say this, you are probably not the one you are probably not the exception. You are probably not the one who's going to have a toxic relationship in the beginning and then it ends up getting better and you guys get married. Like, no, like the odds of that happening are slim to none, which is why you hear it barely happen. Most of the time, it was toxic in the beginning and it ended worse and it ended because it was toxic. And I also want to say, learn from people's experiences. When your mom or a good friend of yours or someone older than you is telling you something from experience, they've been in their shoes, they've lived those years of their life, listen to them because we don't know everything. Like, that's for one. And two, know your worth, that you are not worth someone just throwing you away. Know your worth and know that you are worth more than having someone who would put themselves in a position to lose you, who would even dare disrespect you to a point when they clearly don't value you enough or see your value to stay. So, in that case, if they don't even value you and you're sitting here wondering why they don't value you, how can you value yourself? We have to be a little strong with ourselves and be logical. And that was kind of my point is I need you to be honest with yourself. I need you to be a little tough love, okay? Like you're either watching this video because he did something where he had to end it, two, he ghosted you, three, he ended things with you. So many things could happen, but that's like the main message. Don't ever text a man telling him what he did wrong, why he's making a mistake, how he's a jerk for not wanting you, how he's a jerk for this. Don't. They know. They already know. I'm telling you right now, they don't care. Men are so selfish and they don't care. They know what they were doing when they did it. We like to sit here and think that men are dumb, but they're not. And you sitting there telling them what they did wrong, how they should be better for the next girl so that they don't hurt someone else again, how so immature and you're this and you're that because you did this. Don't waste your breath. Because one, it just proves to them why they don't want you more because now they think you're crazy. I know, they just think you're crazy. And that's just the honest truth. And two, they don't care. Three, they don't care. And they don't care. They don't care. If you want this man to regret anything, you have to show him he's not worth your time anymore. He's so irrelevant because men are so egotistical. And that's just the way the world is. Because guess what? Every girl is telling him that. Every girl probably goes off. Most girls go off on guys. Most girls send them the little paragraph. Don't be that girl. Just be better. Let them do what they're going to do and don't even respond because you are too busy and you are too high value to even give it any more time. You don't want me? Okay, bye. I don't need to respond to you. I don't need to waste any more time on someone who does not see my value because my value is right up here and I don't know what kind of crazy person or mental illness you have, but you clearly don't see it and I got to go. And I'm going to go find someone who does see it. And so you shouldn't even be giving any more time to it, okay? So now that we are having baddie girl energy, high value energy, knowing our worth, we have to see where it went wrong, what signs we missed, and how we can be better for the future. And this is where I just know I'm getting the best revenge because in the end, I know that I'm always genuine in every connection. I know what I bring to the table. I know I can be such a good partner. If there's anywhere where I went wrong, I'm going to take that and I'm going to become even better for the right person, for the person that I know that God has in store for me and that's going to give me the world and match my standards. Not the guy who thinks my standards are too high, not the guy that doesn't value me. I'm going to be this better version of myself because I'm taking the time to work on myself and level up. And then he's going to realize what he's missing out on. He's going to realize what he's missing out on with you. So focus on yourself. Maybe you did mess up. Maybe there was things that you did that were wrong. Maybe you did lash out. Maybe you were a little crazy. Maybe there were some things that you could have worked on and done better. But instead of dwelling on it and instead of putting the blame all on the guy, because I'm not going to sit here and say the guy you were talking to, the guy you were dating, the guy who ghosted you wasn't wrong or wasn't and wasn't a jerk, wasn't I'm sure he did things that were so gross and not something that you actually truly in the long run want in a partner. But can we stop saying like men ain't beep, all men all men are trash? Because what I actually don't like that because yes, do a lot of men suck? Yes. Are a lot of men immature? Yes. But are all men trash? No. And I don't like that mentality because what you say is so powerful. What you put out into the universe is powerful. And if you have this mindset that all men are trash and all men are immature and all men like no man knows how to treat a girl, that's what you're going to attract if you have that mindset, if that's what's coming out of your mouth. I don't like to say that. I like to believe that there are great men out there and that there are men who are going to give me what I want. And there are men that are going to be out there that are going to value me, who are going to treat me like a princess and be able to reach the standards that I have for myself. And when it comes to dating, and that's the mindset you need to have and the words that need to be coming out of your mouth so that you attract those kinds of partners, so that you attract those kinds of men. So, unpopular opinion, not all men are trash. And I personally, I don't like to talk like that. So, I feel like in high school I used to say things like that. And now I'm like, no, like, I just, no. Mm-mm. Get that bad energy out of here. To me, it's a little immature. Think what you want. That's my take. If he becomes a lesson, make the best of it. And if he's going to be a lesson in your life, at least learn from it. Don't keep making the same patterns over and over again, not learning from it. I'm so tired of us repeating the same patterns. Don't let the same flame burn you twice. At the end of the day, you're only holding yourself back from what's actually meant for you. You're only keeping yourself for the things that God has for you, the amazing partner that you've been praying for your whole life. But when you go back to old things, when you give people who come back another chance, you're only withholding that. I get it. It sucks. You wanted that person to be your person. You wanted them to be the one. You thought it was going to go longer. You maybe thought that it was going to become something more, something better. And I really feel for you. And I feel you have to grieve that. You definitely have to grieve the idea that you had that this person was going to be for your life. You have to go through the little crying stage. You have to go through the I hate you stage, things like that, or screw him stage. But at some point, there's no point in holding on, and you just have to boss up and be better. And how do you do that? Now is the time to put everything into you, because if you want them to come back, if you want that validation that the problem wasn't you need to focus on you. You need to show them that you are bigger and better and more mature. And you don't do that by sending them paragraphs. You don't do them by texting them to talk. You don't do that by asking them where it went wrong. You let them do what they want. You let them go find what they're looking for and realize that there's not much better than you out there, okay? That they messed up, okay? But you don't actually let them come back. You don't actually, I promise you, at that point, you probably already realized that you don't want them anymore. When you actually start focusing on yourself and taking in what the lesson was, and understanding why they weren't for you versus how can they be for me? How can I make this work? How can I get him to come back? Like, no, we're not doing that in 2025. We're just not. I think the men that, let's say I did mess up and maybe I scared them away, maybe it turned them off. I don't know, whatever ick they get from a mature woman, or it's always a reflection of them. Like, if they can't handle a woman who has standards, if they can't handle a woman who knows what she wants, if they can't handle a woman who communicates well, if they can't handle a woman who's successful and provides for herself, that's on them. It's their own insecurities, their own ego, that they can't handle that. But if whatever I did, said, communicated to them made them not want to be with me, thank you. Literally, thank you. When you communicate something with a person, when you mess up with a man, when you're just human, when you're just trying to solve something, when you're just trying to take the next step, and that person, and it pushes that person away, or that person decides now they don't want to be with you, that is a blessing in disguise. And you need to be grateful and thankful that they are showing you now than later. You guys, looking back at the guys I dated, in the moment, I remember just feeling like, where did I go wrong? I always feel like, where did I go wrong? What could I have done differently? Blah, blah. No, no. Absolutely not. I am so thankful now that those things did not work out, because with time, you just realize they weren't for you. They weren't your person. I thank those men for letting me mess up with them and not my actual husband. Thank you. Thank you for letting me mess up on you, the rat, the bum, because you are not worth my time. They were not worth my time. They were never capable of giving me what I was looking for. They were never capable of providing what I needed. And they weren't capable of what I want in a partner. And most of the time, that's why they get scared and like end things, because it's their ego or their insecurities, or you're too like high value for them. That's the energy I be having. And I learned my lessons from those kind of men. I learned my lesson. I see how I can be better. Then I refocus the energy on myself. I start to work on myself. And after every single, I swear, every person that I have ever dated, or any person that has ever left my life, I only get better. I only get better. I only get prettier. And if you just have this kind of mindset, you will only be better. You will only flourish. You will only get more mature. You will only become a better version of you when you go into, when something ends, and you just take what you can from it, apply it to the future, apply it to your future relationships, apply it to your future self. Be mature. always take the high road. I don't know if it's my faith. Actually, scratch that. I know it's my faith. And I know it's the fact that I have God in my life that I always choose to be the bigger person, especially in my dating life. And a lot of people are always telling me, like, oh, if I were you, I would do this. Oh, you're better than me. I would have done this. Yeah. And like, go them. But I'm telling you, what's gonna set you apart is being the girl who doesn't tell them off, is being the girl who doesn't send them the paragraph or telling a man why he is making a mistake. Da 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 da. No, you let them. You let them, and you go work on yourself, and you go become smarter and healthier. Go to the gym so that God can actually give you the real man that's for you, not this little boy who wants to leave your life and not treat you right and who can't even communicate or whatever he did or ghosted. That's even worse. If a man ghosts you, honey, stand up. If he ghosts you, he doesn't even have basic necessities of a human, like being able to end things with someone, being able to have a conversation with someone that you shared time with. Like, that's a whole other thing. So if he ghosts you, that man is fighting demons, okay? He's fighting demons that you want no part of. Just thank them for doing that at that point. I say this because I've been there. I say this because I've done it all. And I say this because I'm sitting here telling you guys this because these are things I've learned. These are things I've had to learn throughout the dating scene, learn throughout the dating world, slowly learn how to react, how to behave, man, guy after guy, and how to respect myself more and how to see my value more. And I want to share that with you guys. But in 2025, we are not doing that anymore. Yeah, honestly, that's what I have to say. That was my video. I'm gonna wrap it up, y'all. Okay. To get festive, it's time to go into this new year with the right mindset. Okay. It's the holiday season. It's time to ho, ho, ho and let that Joe go. Let Joe go. Joe, whatever his name is, let him go. He gotta go. Bye. Thank you for the lesson. Bye. Now I can go find my husband. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this could help you in some way, shape, or form. I hope you guys can really resonate with it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And if you want to keep up with the latest things, follow me on socials. I'll put all the links down below. And thank you guys always. And remember to be kind. Bye.